So I think it would be better if we start.
Ya, oke.
Kita mulai ya.
Ya, silakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Selamat siang ya Prof. Mahizer, dan selamat siang saudara semua, teman-teman mahasiswa dan dosen PP. Tak terasa ya kita sudah di pertemuan keempat untuk visiting profesor, dan biar tidak lama-lama saya langsung serahkan ke Prof. Mahizer untuk pertemuan keempat. Terima kasih. Silakan Prof.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Teguh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh kepada semua pelajar. Kita actually last week we don't have class because I have another program. So I will replace it by I will record my lecture and then share with Pak Teguh to Ibu Janti, and also I will post it in my Padlet lah once the video is ready. Okay. So today we will discuss on. I want to share my slide. Today I'm in my office, and then I think maybe next week we starting to work at office. Previously 50-50. 2 days at home and then another 3 days in the office. But then I think starting next week, everybody have to go to the office, and then I have to move everything from my home to the office, because actually I prefer to use my desktop instead of my notebooks, because the screen is quite smaller, and then I have to adjust my glasses because of the short-sighted problem. But then it's okay. I try my best to present it to all of you today. Okay, waiting for my slide to appear. Wait, I have to set up a few things before we start. Can you see my slide?
Yes, Prof. Perfect.
Yeah? Can you see my slide?
Yes, yeah. It's okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, because I have a problem in my screen. To check what the problem is. Okay. Okay, today we are talking about e-training and module development. Okay, what is the training module? Okay, training module is a segment of an overall training course that focus on the specific topic and objective. Okay, this means that in the module you have several topics. I mean, for example, if you have a module for developing multimedia material, so they have a small units in the module that consists of the topic that you would like to cover. I think kalau satu modul tu merangkumi beberapa topik yang kecil yang mana akan contohnya kalau kita nak come up with one specific training module. Okay, for example, for the we have discussed last few meetings about developing the material for training. Okay, for example, the factories ke perusahaan ke memerlukan kita membina satu modul berkaitan dengan penggunaan new machine. New machine, for example, they have new employees and then they would like to train their employees on how to use the machine. So the whole module is about the how to operate the machine, and then inside the module they have a several segment of training courses that we divided into the small units. Okay, the training module also is an instructional guide primarily used for teaching and learning step-by-step procedure. Okay, sometimes we need the training to focus on a step-by-step process. So it can be like that, and also a learning module is an organization collection content of presented together. A learning module can support goals, a course objective, and a subject or concept or theme. Sometimes even depends on what type of e-training that you would like to develop. It can be the self-training modules. Sometimes nowadays even in the industries would like to have the self-learning module because they can save a lot of money actually, and then they can make sure that their employees available whenever they need. For example, if their working hours is from 8 to 5, for example, for Malaysia 8 to 5, and then they can make sure that their employees are still working 8 to 5, and at the same time after work they can continue with their learning, or break time, lunch hour, they can still continue with their training. Okay, because they would like their employees to be there because maybe they have a lot of work to do. That type of module. So nowadays, majority of the company prefer like that because they prefer their employees. No need for them to take a leave, training leave. I don't know. Maybe they will be not available for 1 week for attending the training. Because they are short-lived of employees. Okay. So what happened? They prefer this type of training. Okay. This is the type of training module. You have the whether an informational online courses, quiz assessment, video tutorial, point and click interaction, demonstration. Okay, depends on what type of training that you like. Okay, sometimes we have the even the self-instructional module, assisted learning module. Okay, depends. Your self-instructional module, the trainee can learn on their own. Okay. The training maksudnya pekerja perusahaan tadi kalau dia kata mengambil latihan tersebut dia boleh belajar pada bila-bila masa saja. Okay, anytime, anywhere. So more flexible lah compare with the sometimes with the assisted learning module, there will be a fixed timetable. For example, the lectures kan, the lecture there might be a fixed timetable. Asynchronous lecture, they will fix the timetable, so the employee have to attend it asynchronously, and then at this time they can use a model as the module as their references, have their reference, and then let's say they didn't understand it, they want to focus, they want to know more about it, maybe they can read the module. They want this type of actually we have many types of module lah, beside what I have listed just now. Okay. So the training module development, okay, here we have the 6 step of define the problem, write the SMART objective or SMART goals actually. Okay, create the right type of training module, feedback and revision, run a pilot with the test audience, and then create a final version of upload and launch. Okay, sometimes previously we are talking about ID models, right? We have talked about ID model. You can also use the ID model. For example, if you prefer to use the AD model, then AD model. If you think that you would like to use the dig and carry model, okay, you can use the dig and carry model. But this is a few steps that you should use in order for you to develop a good module for training. Okay. First of all, of course, I think you still remember the diagram that we have it here. That how the customer, based on customer need, and then at the end of the day, what have you developed? Kadang-kadang customer memerlukan kita ada wujudkan satu letter tertentu, tapi akhirnya oleh kerana kita dah bincang pada minggu yang lepas, oleh kerana ada masalah komunikasi, maklumat yang diperolehi tidak lengkap, dan akhirnya kita menghasilkan modul yang salah ataupun e-learning modul yang salah. Okay, so the first rule of training success is solve the right problem. Okay, same goes to what we have discussed last week lah. Okay, solve the right problem last week. Solve the right problem. Okay, kat sini kita memerlukan team. Macam saya kata, to develop the module, the training module, we have to engage the team. Okay, especially on the content expert. Okay, if you are using the learning management system, they must be a IT expert. Okay, if you involve multimedia, there must be a multimedia expert, and then maybe you need also the language expert. And for example, if you come up one bahasa Indonesia, that means seseorang yang pakar tentang bahasa Indonesia akan membantu dalam segi pemilihan bahasa. Kalau anda memerlukan perlu ditranslate dalam bahasa Inggeris, maksudnya memerlukan seorang daripada yang berpengetahuan tentang bahasa Inggeris untuk memastikan tidak berlaku kesilapan kefahaman, misunderstanding. Okay, sometimes misunderstood about what we are trying to actually trying to teach them, or sometimes even the word are not suitable for the student. Sometimes depends. In certain cases, kalau based on the last meeting, when we talk about analysis, sometimes we also have to look at the participant. Okay, the type of participant, whether for example in Malaysia lah, I don't know, maybe in Malaysia sometimes we have those who with the diploma background, those with degree, and then those with the certificate, and maybe for the operator machine for the production operator, maybe they have maybe pendidikan di peringkat menengah rendah, saya tak pasti, mungkin di Malaysia ada tahap-tahap tertentu. Jadi macam di Malaysia, selepas saja mereka tingkatan 5, mereka dah bekerja kan. Okay, tingkatan 5, mereka tak mengambil diploma pun. Okay, jadi mereka bekerja. Jadi bagi golongan yang macam ni, this type of group, maybe we have to use a quite using the simple word, the easy word for them to understand, not the bombastic word, not the complicated word, where at the end of the day they cannot understand. They cannot understand what we are trying to teach them, the knowledge that we want to they want them to know. Okay, yang tu penting dari segi pemilihan bahasa. Kalau kata program saya yang lepas pun bersama-sama dengan kita pernah buat satu modul pembelajaran bagi guru-guru tadika, early childhood teachers. Early childhood, majority of them they are doing diploma. Okay, diploma in early childhood. So we are thinking of what are the suitable level of language for them. Okay, level of language for them. Because sometimes you are using the too many theories and too many, they cannot absorb it. Nanti dia beritahu pening kepala, sakit kepala, dan dia tak boleh mengikutinya benda tu. So that's something that we should look at lah. Okay. Okay, to solve the problem, ask the detail about what are the questions that you should ask. What is the nature of the problem to be solved? Okay, what is actually, especially, what is the main problem that we would like to solve? Okay, sometimes we are solving the wrong problem. Okay, for example, especially for lecturers, sometimes you find out that majority, when you are doing discussion, you find out the majority of student cannot express their opinion kan, they have hard time, dia tak boleh menyampaikan, dia tak boleh. So what are actually the problem? Okay, so we have to find out the real problem. The real problem is malas membaca. That's the real problem. Okay, not the information not available ke tak? The information is there, but they don't want to read. That's the problem. So we want to solve the problem and how to make sure that they read a lot. Okay, they every week maybe we give a task on how a few article for them to read in order for them to gain the knowledge and they can actively participate in the discussion. Otherwise they may be silent, keep silent because they don't know anything. Okay, that's the problem, the real problem that to solve. What knowledge and skill needed to bridge the gap. Okay, we have discussed last time about the gap and then how to bridge the gap. Okay, what are the knowledge? Okay, for example, if I give the task analysis for a few students, a few students have submitted the task analysis, and then we will discuss about it later. How to bridge the gap? What they already know and what they are supposed to know lah. Okay, this is what they already know. For example, the in the industry, they know how to use the old machine. What they should know how to operate the more advanced machine, the new machines, and then that are the gap. Okay, and then the knowledge will fulfill the gap is okay. We should have the training, introduce them on the new machine, how to operate it. Maybe learn the manual and how to use it, and in order for them to use the new machine. Itu yang akan menjadi mengisi gap tadi. Kita tahu sebelum ni dia menggunakan mesin yang sudah lama, kemudian kebetulan perusahaan kita membeli mesin yang lebih baru, canggih, computerized dan sebagainya, and then the fill the gaps mean we should plan the develop or the training that fulfill the gap tu. Okay, bagi mengatasi masalah tu. And then what is the level of knowledge of the performance that people yang ni pun sama juga, level of knowledge. Okay, apa yang dia tahu dan juga mungkin level pengetahuan juga menentukan macam mana bentuk training yang sesuai. Okay, maybe when I was in the university, I have no problem reading a book because that the thing that we have there that time. Ada buku saja yang boleh dirujuk. Even book internet pun tak ada. Kalau ada internet pun mungkin kena pergi di library dan hanya ada 2 komputer, 3 komputer saja yang ada talian internet. So harus menunggu queue, ikut giliran dan sebagainya. Booking hari ni 3 hari lagi baru boleh guna kan at that time. Okay, and maybe for you right now mungkin you have no problem because you can access the internet anytime anywhere you would like because you have the internet access. You shouldn't have a problem lah. Okay, so the level of knowledge, okay, maybe sometime about their academic qualification also will impact the knowledge tadi. Okay, type of knowledge yang kita nak bagi, sama ada we are introduce them with the complicated knowledge or maybe we start with the easiest one. Okay, maybe in low level lah, more easy for them to understand instead of giving them that something that complicated for them to understand. Okay, and then what is the expected level of knowledge or performance your people should have on this topic? Okay, what are the expected level you want them to know? Okay, and then write a goal. Okay, this is maybe quite familiar with some of you. Maybe you are familiar with SMART. Okay, they call it SMART. So first of all, we must have the specific goal. Okay, what the goal of our training? Okay, at the end of the training, what should be achieved? For example, in case of the industry just now we mentioned, at the end of the training, employees know how to operate the new machines. That's the goal. Okay, know how to operate the new machine. So we come out, okay, know how to operate the new machine. So how many of them, or maybe we target 100% of maybe sometimes even in the learning training process, sometimes you cannot get 100%, but then at least you get the numbers, at least more than 50% for those who can, because the employer, maybe they need sometimes, maybe they are buying a lot of machine, a lot of new machine, and then they want their employees know how to operate it. Okay, otherwise they waste a lot of money buying a machine and then cannot operate it. Okay, this is SMART. SMART is an acronym: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. So this is the way how we write a goal. First, it must be something that's specific. The learner knows exactly what they will learn or do as a result of the training. So must be specific. What are the knowledge? What are the skills that they will learn? Okay, and then measurable is something will use knowledge consistently for each report. It means something that can be measured. Whether there must be something that we can measure whether we achieve the goal or not. Okay, something that we can measure. Otherwise, kalau you give the training and then you cannot measure, that's something that waste a lot of money lah. Okay, you develop the training and then you cannot measure it. Okay, we have discussed last time about the under Kirkpatrick 4 levels of evaluation models, kan? What you try to evaluate part of it. Sometimes you try to ask the employers, supervisors about their employees' performance based on what they have learned in our training. Okay, and then achievable. Okay, of course, something that we can achieve. We cannot plan that something that we cannot achieve. Okay, for example, if the factory want to at least we target that 60% or 90% or 80% of the employees can after attending the program they can operate the machine. Okay, lepas menghadiri kursus, 80% daripada pekerja yang telah menghadiri training tadi boleh mengendalikan mesin baru. Okay, this one that achievable lah. Okay, kita tahu around 80% je, they cannot be 100%. Okay, maybe along the way ada yang absent dan sebagainya. For example, even in kuliah pun sama juga kan, ada pelajar-pelajar yang hadir, tak hadir, hadir tapi tidak memberi tumpuan. Itu semuanya yang akan baki 10% yang mungkin tidak dapat menguasai skill and knowledge tadi. Okay, and then relevant, the training will focus on job essential skills and knowledge lah, because we are doing training really focus on the job lah, job skills and something to do, knowledge something to do with job environment or job skills. Okay, something with the job lah. Okay, and then timely, the learner will be able to complete the training in a timely manner, or sometimes even they use the time bound or time based. They mean in certain time lah. We have to, for example, if even though you are doing the we have a type of we have sometimes we call it the modular training, where it based on the module. Okay, participant will go for one module to one module, and then after they finish one module, they go for second module. And this modular based, sometimes it takes times. Even for example, for them to graduate, for them to finish, maybe for those who really do it, suka belajar dan cepat, dia akan habis dengan cepat. Mungkin dalam tempoh sebulan dah menghabis ke semua modul. Tapi bagi yang kurang berminat untuk belajar, mungkin mengambil masa hampir setahun untuk menghabiskan satu modul. Ini modular base. Okay, so depends on the situation. But even modular base pun, we have to put target at the end sebelum maximum how many years. For example, for those who are doing master's degrees, PhDs kan, even though the university will put maximum how many years. We don't have that the student doing PhD for 20 years, no. At least 6 years and 7 years, depend on universities. Okay, some universities giving 4 years saja. More than 4 years, consider fail. Okay, sebab there must be a time frame lah. Otherwise nanti kan belajar terlampau lama tapi tidak habis-habis. Kan? Sukar untuk menilai. Jadi biasa kalau saya dengan pelajar-pelajar saya atau mahasiswa saya sama sekali yang membuat master degree, saya kata kalau orang lain boleh tamat dalam tempoh 1 tahun, 1 tahun setengah, kalau anda tamat dalam tempoh 3 tahun, maksudnya anda lebih pandai daripada yang lain. Sebab anda belajar lebih daripada yang lain. Yang lain belajar 1 tahun.
More master, Prof.
Ya, for master. Yang lain belajar 1 tahun lebih, dia belajar lebih daripada 2 tahun. Dia mesti pandai daripada yang lain sebab dia tamat lambat. Okay, banyak yang dia pelajari. Okay, and then okay, this is the every ni. Okay, okay, just now. Okay, specific. Okay, your goal should be clear and specific when drafting the goal. Okay, what do I want to accomplish? Okay, this is the question that we can answer lah for the specific lah. Why is the goal is important? Okay, for why important? Because it depends. Okay, let's say if you are develop the training for industries, that mean why this goal is important for that industry. Okay, and then who is involved? Maybe the employees, okay, maybe the management staff, or maybe the operator, machine operator. Okay, where is it located? Okay, depends. If you say that this cost involved the using the machine, maybe you will held it the location maybe at the industry itself. Okay, atau maybe for the kalau let's say you are doing online, maybe you are anytime and anywhere, but using the certain platform lah. Okay, and then which resources or the limit are involved? Okay, is there any limit or resource involved? For example, if you are involved with machinery, maybe they can for the 3 weeks atau for 4 weeks they are doing their theory learning based on the theory, based on the basic knowledge, and then maybe you can do it online using e-training. Whereas when involved the skills, okay, you go to the factories and then hands-on doing the job. For example, operate the machine hands-on. Okay, they operate it using the real machine. Instead, previously they learn about the part of the machine online, using online, and then they're reading the manual, reading the modules, and then when come to the skill, okay, they go to the factory to learn. Okay, and then measurable. This is the question that you can ask to measure the goal. How much, how many, okay, how will I know when it is accomplished? Something that measurable. Okay, accomplished, that means majority of the trainee achieve the goal. Okay, maybe fulfill the objective or the learning outcomes. Okay, and then 80% of them can operate the machine. That means the something that measurable. You can measure the performance of the trainee because of after they attend the training, okay, what they accomplish at the end. Okay, and then achievable is something that achievable. We don't target as something that we cannot achieve. Okay, because of we are developing the training for certain skill or certain knowledge. Okay, make sure that achievable, sesuatu yang boleh kita capai dan kita tahu pun. Dan bila kita berbincang dengan boss employer tadi, discuss about, make sure that something that achievable. Achievable, that mean at the end dia boleh laksanakan. Okay, kalau kata for example skill melibatkan machine, they have the skill, they have the machine for them to practice. Okay, they want achievable. If let's say they would like us to develop the training, but then they don't have a machine, okay, for practice dan sebagainya, that's something that unachievable, tak boleh nak capai sebab benda tu tak ada dan tak boleh nak ni. Okay, so we make sure that something that achievable. Okay, how realistic the goal based on the other constraints such as financial factors. Okay, maybe involve the ROI. Okay, we have discussed on the last meeting about ROI. And usually the industry, they will calculate the ROI. So at the end, they are thinking about financial. Okay, how much money they invest and then what they get from it. Okay, so they prefer to calculate in term of money lah. So easy for you next time if you would like to write the proposal for this this company, and then make sure you put ROI there. Okay, for if you put ROI, then better, easier for them to understand like, okay, by attending, by organizing, or by paying you to develop this training, at the end how much they get. Okay, the benefit of it. Okay, dia dapat berapa juta, dia involve berapa juta dan dia dapat berapa juta. Okay, itu perkara yang penting lah, especially for industries and even officers, government office dan sebagainya sama juga. If you develop a training, they want to know the ROI. Okay, the benefit of it. So like I mentioned last lectures, we have the tangible and intangible. So you can calculate the tangible, easy for you to calculate because easy for you. Because it's really direct amount of money, how much dan sebagainya. Tapi for the intangible, maybe you have to change it, to, okay, you have to calculate to make sure how you calculate it in terms of change it into the money, amount of money, jumlah dari bentuk kewangan yang berapa. Contohnya yang saya ambil yang paling mudah itu, sekiranya kalau guru kita buat training for teachers on how to develop the multimedia, how to develop learning material. Okay, how to develop learning material. Okay, so what happened? Mungkin education department, okay, pay you a money, certain amount of money for you to develop the training, and then they want to know the benefit of it. Okay, beside the teachers can develop good learning material, quality learning material. What else? Okay, so how you calculate it? Okay. The easiest way to calculate it, you can add into your ROI benefit is, for example, previously a teacher need 2 hours to develop one learning material, for example. Okay, after attending the training, only need 1 hour. So you save 1 hour. So you can calculate the 1 hour. You have to calculate lah how much the teacher be paid for hour. Berapa guru tu dibayar untuk 1 jam. Jadi 1 jam yang dapat dijimatkan, okay, save 1 hour that we save, that is a benefit. They want for one learning material. For example, if per week, how many learning material the teacher should develop? Maybe 2, maybe 3, so times 3. Okay, times 3. 3 times how many salary per hour the teacher to get. And then let's say how many teachers attend the program. Okay, teacher, maybe you have 20 teachers and then time 20s. And then it may affect how long? Maybe for 1 year. Okay, sebab guru akan membuat bahan pengajaran setiap masa. So time how many weeks. Okay, last time you need, and then how many weeks per year. And then that are the benefit. Yang tu yang perlu ditunjukkan dalam your punya proposal. If you would like to propose how to develop the training program, I think if you put the debt as an ROI and then they show that your ROI is more than, I think more than not 500%, maybe achieve 1000% lah. Kalau involved in 1 hour ni, maybe 1000% ROI. Wah, memang nampak tinggi betul lah. Memang satu yang menguntungkan bagi that organization or that industry to appoint you as a training developer tadi. Okay. And then next, okay, relevant. Okay, relevant. Okay, a relevant goal can answer by yes. Does this seem worthwhile? Okay, supposed to be yes lah, everything to be yes. The right time, is it the right time because the industry appoint you, of course lah, the right time. And then does this match our other effort on it? Okay, depends. Okay, am I the right person to reach this goal? Okay, for example, you are the ni, so they make sure that you are the one who develop the right training, e-training for that industries. And then is it applicable in the current social economic environment? Okay, because nowadays majority of the company try to save a lot of money. Okay, they try to save a lot of money. Even in Malaysia sama. Because of the pandemic, the company have stopped operating for quite some time, more than 1 year, and then they have not have enough money or much money, so they would like to when they want to invest, they are really thinking about what they can get from the training, what the employee can get from that training. Otherwise, they won't invest a lot of money. Okay. Even for you, if you want to develop the e-training, make sure that you try to develop that something that really worth it to do. Okay. Otherwise, we will lose a lot of money, not only money lah, even tenaga kan, masa, okay, time, dan sebagainya lah. Jadi banyak perkara yang akan dirugikan. Kita akan buang masa banyak dalam merancana, okay, merancana training program dan sebagainya yang menyebabkan kita membuang masa yang banyak, dan itu satu yang merugikan lah. Okay. And then time bound or timely, okay, something yang kita discuss, time bound, timely sebagainya. When, bila nak mula, okay. Okay, what can I do in 6 months? Apa yang berlaku dalam tempoh 6 bulan? Ini contohlah. What can I do in 6 weeks? Dalam tempoh 6 minggu. What can I do today? Okay. So, this means something, there must be a time frame, time bound. Jadi ada masa yang telah ditetapkan dan apa yang berlaku dalam tempoh masa. Okay, for example, for e-training that I mentioned just now, we have two types of training. Sometimes whether we are using the modular base or we set the time for the training. Okay, depends. Okay, kalau modular base ni, maybe even though we open for them to learn, because sometimes they are using sometimes e-training, you can use type of a modular where the trainee once they pass the unit 1 or only then can go to the second unit. Take second unit. I mean kita gunakan sistem modular. Modular ni maksudnya dia perlu lulus modul 1 sebelum dia pergi kepada modul yang kedua. Okay, dia perlu lulus modul yang kedua sebelum dia pergi kepada modul. I mean at the end of every unit there is a quiz or exam or test, kan, to make sure that they really can answer the question. Usually answer question lah. For example, kalau we are doing the mastery learning for module, we are using the mastery learning punya model. They go for 1 unit, and then at the end of the unit they have to answer the question. And then usually we will set the minimum passing mark. For example, 60%. Okay, let's say 50%. Let's say if the trainee can achieve more than 60%, then they can go to the second unit. Otherwise, they have to stick with the unit 1. Continue reading, continue lihat kepada video, lihat kepada bahan, baca lagi, fahamkan, dan cuba jawab lagi, cuba jawab soalan. Okay, try to answer second time, and then if they can achieve more than 60%, then they can go to the next module. Okay, for electronic learning, for example, using the e-learning learning management, we can set. Okay, it's easy for us to set lah. We can set it automatically. Once they answer 60%, then automatic we can go to the next unit. Otherwise, if less than 60, that means we cannot go. We have go to back from the first lesson. Yang tu yang sistem yang kita boleh buat lah. Tapi macam saya kata tadi lah, sekiranya kita menggunakan that type of mastery learning punya style, what happen that certain employees maybe take longer time compare with others. Maybe yang agak slow learner, maybe sebulan, 2 bulan, 3 bulan masih belum menamatkan modul berkenaan. Tetapi kalau bagi yang pandai, dia mungkin boleh tamatkan dalam tempoh kurang daripada sebulan. Itu kalau modular base dan kita menggunakan pendekatan mastery lah, mastery approach. Okay, kalau let's say we are doing like the semester system, it's okay. And whenever they would like to they can go which module, which unit they want. Okay, so walaupun dia pergi unit 1 and then dia dah faham unit 1, so maybe takes 1 or 2 days for unit 1, and then continue unit 2, unit 3 until unit 8, for example. You have 8 unit, and then finish unit 8, and then they can finish unit 8, and then they can finish, and then maybe taking a final exam. Okay, final exam. Or maybe, for example, kalau for the skills punya, for the kemahiran skills, maybe they're taking practical skill, okay, practical test. Okay, for example, okay, they're doing practical, and then the examiner will evaluate them. Okay, maybe the supervisor will evaluate them whether they're competent or not to use that type of machine. Okay, they know the process or not. Okay, they want dealing with skill. Okay, this is time bound. So using SMART in order for you to write the goal. Okay, and then usually after you write the goal, they want the goal for the whole training, but you must have the learning outcome or learning objective lah for every stage. Okay, every unit you have the specific learning outcome for that unit in order to achieve the goal. Okay, how you come up with the learning objective or learning outcome is based on what you have done previously. That I'll share with you your Padlet. There is a Padlet. Okay. Okay. Okay, can you see the Padlet? Okay, this is a few of your friend yang dah hantar Padlet untuk tugasan saya yang lepas, iaitu task analysis. Okay, I select one, Sekar. This is a Sekar yang hantar. Jadi to develop the e-training, what are the skill? Okay, based on the task analysis, what are the tasks you need to have in order to develop the e-training content? Okay, in this case, Sekar Luffy Sekar, so Luffy lah, Luffy pendidikan sejarah. Okay, dia kata design. Okay, must have knowledge on design, must have knowledge on development and implementation and evaluation. Okay, they based on ID model lah. Okay, ID model. Okay, it's okay. Betul lah juga tu. Maksudnya sebelum dia nak develop the e-training mode content, they must have this skill. Okay, so based on the task analysis that you have developed just now, okay, so you know what are the content. That's why last meeting I do mention about you have to develop the task analysis. Why task analysis? Because you want to know the content. Okay, the unit. For example, in one module you have a specific units. Okay, you have a small units in the module. So what are the topics of the unit? What are the title of the unit? This is the type of the unit. Okay, okay, to develop. Okay, maybe your main training module is to develop e-training content. Okay, and then what are the unit covered? Okay, this is the unit covered. Okay, now unit 1 is on unit 1 is more on design. Okay, unit 1 is more on design. Unit 2 development. Unit 3 implementation. Unit 4 evaluation. And then what are the learning outcome for every unit? For example, design. Okay, at the end of the lesson, should identify instructional goals. Should identify teaching strategies. Okay, that one under design. Okay, what else? Okay, under development. Okay, development is unit 2. And then what are the learning outcome for unit 2? Okay, okay, unit 2 at the end of the lesson for unit 2, the learner, the trainee, know how to develop storyboard. Okay, now how to use the different tools on how to develop content. Okay, maybe know how to use templates. Okay, and then how to identify or how to create the quality modules, for example, quality e-training content. Okay, and then they know how to implementation. Okay, based on the unit 3 is implementation, and then the learning outcome maybe management team collaboration, and then how to manage the team collaboration, how to implement of instructional media. Okay, how to implement teaching using instructional media. These are the things that you have come out on your task analysis that help you to develop your training content. Okay. Okay, and then another one. Sekar, and then saya ambil beberapa yang saya nampak sini. Okay, ni Muhammad Muhammad Rizkan kata tadi. Ya. Pasti. Muhammad Rizki. Okay, Muhammad Rizki. Muhammad Rizki, okay, pengembangan e-training. So, perencanaan pelatihan, tujuan pelatihan, analisis kebutuhan, ini organizing dan evaluasi. Okay, kalau perkembangan e-training dalam latihan, dia mesti tahu tujuan pelatihan. Okay, menganalisis keperluan, jenis pelatihan. Ini organizing. Ini bukan, tapi ini bukan fokus kepada task analysis lah. Sebenarnya perlu pada task analysis, macam mana nak capai goals tadi. Itu task analysis. Macam ni sukar kita nak kenal pasti konten. Ini lebih kepada persediaan untuk pelatihan tadi. Okay. Yang saya faham lah. Okay, yang ni tengok siapa? Yang ni Anissa Syarah. Syarah, okay, develop e-training content, dia mesti identify permasalahan. Ini sama lebih kurang macam yang tadilah. Okay, dia mesti tahu macam mana nak mengatasi masalah. Jadi itu will be part of unit. Okay, and then menentukan tujuan, and then mengkoordinasi program. Ini semua antara konten-konten yang perlu ada. Mungkin dalam ni akan ada beberapa unit, dan sub unit ni merupakan learning outcome. Learning outcome yang perlu dicapai untuk menghasilkan at the end of the program they can develop e-training content. Okay. Cuba saya lihat berapa lagi. Ini Afrantos. Okay. Okey, contoh ni task analysis Afrantos, develop the training. Ni terlalu kecil lah. Saya pun hadapi masalah untuk melihatnya. Okey, mungkin boleh dibesarkan sikit. 200. Okey tak? Oh, terlalu besar. 150. Okey, develop content, menentukan kebutuhan peserta. Okey. Sama macam tadilah juga. Menamakan kemampuan peserta dan evaluasi terhadap prosesnya, dia tahu, mesti tahu menilai, itu antara. Jadi task-task ni tadi akan jadi sub-unit selalunya. Sebab tu perlukan kepada kita buat task analysis supaya secara tak langsung kita ada goal matlamat kita, iaitu develop e-training content, and then what are the sub-unit, sub-topic that involved, that this is a subtopic that involved, and then what are the subtopic. Okay, we have subtopic. Maybe that one will be the learning outcome in order for us to achieve that unit. Okay, this is the learning outcome for unit 1. Learning outcome, that mean whatever the skill that you have to cover in the learning 2. Okay, unit 3, whatever the skill that you have to cover in unit 3 is the learning outcome for that. So this is the guide, okay, how to develop the content in every unit, okay, and also to guide for you to identify what are the learning outcome for every unit. Okay, itu tujuannya kita buat task analysis ini. Ada satu lagi yang saya lihat yang agak menarik. Okay, ini Abdil Zifania. Saya ada masalah juga bila menggunakan notebook ni. Terlalu kecil. Okay, develop e-training, and then cuba kita besarkan sikit ya. Maksimum. Okey, develop e-training kalau berdasarkan ni dia consultative skills, what else, instructional design knowledge, okay, technical know-how. This is maybe the sub-unit or the thing that they should know before they can develop the e-training content. So for me, this can be the unit, okay, the unit for the modules. And then Okay, let's say the technical know-how. Okay, learner technical needs. Okay, text courses, test courses, English course, published courses. Okay, this is the thing that this is because ada ni, yang ini quite general. Okay, dia agak open and then they come up with every courses. Okay, every courses boleh lah every courses, tapi to come up with one module ni terlampau besar. For example, publish courses ni can be one module publishing. Okay, publishing content, for example, one module publishing content. Okay, sebab you can combine everything, nanti jadi the module is to big module, and how long dia, berapa lama dia kan habis kan. For example, even the Malaysian pun nowadays when we go for the micro learning and then MOOC, massive open online courses, majority of the university atau institution, higher institution introduce their modular based learning, where they learn, they get the certificate, and then they can collect all the certificate and then come up with, for example, they collect the certificate and then they will compile it and then into one program. For example, they are taking all the compulsory course for example, they want to do the degree on technology, okay, instructional technology or education technology, and then they take every single courses, okay, one courses, for example, the e-training development courses 1, and then e-learning courses 2, kemudian pedagogi course 3 dan sebagainya. Cukup semua jam kredit dia akan kumpulkan dan dia akan tukar dalam bentuk degree. Yang ni satu sistem yang baru. Kalau for example you want to come out this type of e-training, boleh, tapi but then dia punya time frame terlampau lama lah. For example, kalau for degree mungkin dia sampai maximum 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years for them to finish and to get degree. Because dia modular based kan, every module they go, every module, that mean every module mean every courses, okay, every course lah, one module for one course, and then they cover everything. They sit for the exam and then they get a certificate for that course. For example, you are sitting for this course, you're doing this module on e-training, and then you sit for the exam and then you get a certificate for e-training modules certificate. Okay, so you have another, for example, for the degree program, you should take, for example, 20 courses. They mean, okay, you try another courses pula, or you take the module for that course, and then until you finish everything and finish 20 modules, and then you can change. Every rule you get a certificate. You bring the certificate, and then you go to the universities, and then you claim your degree. This is what happened right now worldwide. Okay, people are thinking about easiest way to study, more flexible way of getting your degrees, instead of like what we have done right now kan, setiap minggu hadir kuliah, and then sampai minggu yang ke-14 menduduki peperiksaan dan akhirnya dapat result. Okay, ada few yang ni. Yang ni satu lagi. Yang ni tulisan saya tak sukar nak melihat lah, tapi tak apa. Okay, at least a few of you yang submit ni, I think you have done a good job, and then it is clear, show that the task that needed in order for you to develop the e-training content. Okay, for example, this is from Revina develop e-training content. Okay, what the skill needed, tujuan, target pencapaian, development, pelaksanaan, evaluation. Ini semua maybe will be the unit, the unit for this module. Okay, we have the main module, develop the e-learning content, and then the unit will be penentuan matlamat, development, pelaksanaan, evaluation. Okay, and then yang ni tak pasti. Okay, development, storyboard maybe the content from in the unit. For example, development, storyboard, how to make a storyboard is the content. Okay, alatan untuk maaf saya ternampak sangat ni sebab terlampau kecil screen notebook saya. Okay, alat dan ni. Okay, kemudian materi content. Okay, bahan-bahan material. Okay, kelar. Yang ni semua boleh menjadi dia punya content. Okay, content dalam that unit. Okay, content for that unit. This is content for that unit. Okay, so you have the unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. Okay, cuma make sure that once you doing the task analysis, make sure that you don't forget anything. There's nothing you have forgotten. So that, for example, what else? Sebab tu tujuannya you buat task analysis. You tengok apa lagi yang kurang. Ada tak lagi skills yang tak ada? Okay, kita ada development skill, implementation skill, evaluation skill. Mungkin design skill. Okay, sebab development you dah develop, and then design skill. If you are using the ideal model lah. Kalau for example, kalau you nak buat macam yang biasa, contohnya development e-content, what they should have, maybe they know how to, for example, kalau multimedia development, they want to develop the multimedia content. What skill they should know? Okay, maybe they should know the how to select photos ke, how to take photos ke, kan? And then how to record videos, kan? How to edit videos, that are the skill. Okay, for example, kalau melibatkan voice over, so how to record voice, and then how to edit voice, and then how to integrate, how to merge, how to combine it, video and voice, kan? Okay, that thing, the editing skill that you should know. Okay, that are the skill that you should have in your module. Okay, so you can divide it into the unit. Okay, for example, developing video, edit video under one unit, video development. Okay, and then picture, photos, kan? Okay, pictures, photo, content, edit photo, sebagainya under visual development, for example. Okay, and then under audio, and then mungkin audio and how to record with audio, edit video, and then under the unit of audio development. Okay, that's why you need for you to do the task analysis in order for you to find what are the important skills for them to fully that goal. Okay, mungkin at the end satu lagi skill you need to have, maybe how to edit, combine everything. Okay, combine the audio, video, and then into the one specific material. And then okay, at last mungkin how to upload it. Okay, itu maybe another skill. So you come up with another unit lah. Based on that skill, you come up with another unit. Okay, so in this case, you have about 5 to 6 units. That means the trainee have to go through 5 to 6 units in order for them to achieve that goal. Okay, so that's why I want you to come up with this task analysis, because we can discuss it here lah on the module development, why this task analysis is important for you to develop your material. Okay, I go back to our presentation just now. Okay. Kalau tak nampak sebagainya, maklumkan saya lah, kalau saya tak tahu. Okay. Okay, this is an example of weak goal, satu matlamat yang lemah, ataupun satu lagi yang using the smart goal. Okay, for example, I'm going to write a book. Okay, this is a weak. Okay, just write a book. Okay, benda tu terlampau ringkas dan tidak jelas. Okay, so when we are using the smart, SMART goal example, so specific, I'm going to write more specific lah. Not only I'm going to write a 600,000 words scientific novel, for example. Okay, so more specific, not only just write a book, but then you have around 6,000 words. That means you know the thick of the book, how many pages you need, how many pages you have to write. Okay, and then measurable, I will finish writing 6,000 words in 6 months. Okay, that's the measurement. Okay, 6 months, finish. Okay, achievable, I will write 250 words per week. That means you calculate it. 1 week you write 2,500 words, and then by the 6 months, and then you already finish it. Okay, 2,500 per week, and then for 6 months maybe you have 4 times 6, 24 weeks, and then 24 weeks. Okay, at the end of the month you get the before the 6th month you already have your 60,000 words. Okay, relevant, I've always dreamed to becoming a professional writer. That means you're relevant because that's your dream. Okay. Time bound, I will start writing tomorrow on January 1st and then finish June. This is will be the by using the SMART process, and then you will come up with the more a good example of the goal. I'm going to write 6,000 word novel in 6 months, finish on June 30th. I will do this by writing 2,500 per week. This is type of the difference between the week goal and then using the SMART process. Okay, you will come up with the more specific, the more measurable, the more achievable, the relevant and time bound goals. Okay. The first one, the first one is the week, because you don't know when you are going to start, you don't know how long it will take, and then you don't know how many skills that you need. Okay, so you have to define. For example, if you are like to do the training, you have to organize. Okay, develop the training about the using this machine. Okay, developing the multimedia or developing the content. Okay, what are the SMART, being specific? Okay. At the end of the program, what should happen, or at the end of the training, what should happen, more specific, they can come out with 3 type of module e-training material. Video, audio, and also video, audio, and also maybe the graphic. Okay, 3. Specific lah. Okay, measurable. Okay, at the end of the day, come out with 3. Okay, achievable. Maybe at least how many? Okay, maybe 3 videos, okay, 4 audios, and then maybe 7 graphics, okay, related to the training, related to the content, relevant, okay. What relevant? Because it is compulsory for every employee to go for the training, so then for them to so that they can develop the e-content material. Okay, that's mean the relevant for them, because something to do with their job. Okay, and then time bound. Okay, maybe this training will take 2 months. Okay, 2 months. They doing it online, so they can learn it by themselves. Okay, anytime they like. But by the end of the 2 months, they should finish their program. They can learn it whenever they like. But by the end of the, for example, start January. At the end of February, they should finish everything. Okay, so the time bound, we set the time. Okay, this is the show how you can get the more instead of not the general goal but more specific goal used by using the SMART, SMART. Okay, and then step 3 is creating the module. Okay, creating a module. Once you have defined the problem and set up your objective, you are ready to create a training module. Okay, the secret of creating the great training is to match the right kind of module to the learning task and the hands. Okay, okay. What are the module is for what type of training? Okay, what kind of module for what kind of the task? Okay, you have to do. For example, if the training module involve the use of machine, skills, so you should have the module that related to the skills. Okay, related to how to learn, and then they can learn about the how the process. Okay, instead of the training to learn to read, and then they can learn something about the theory and model. But then when involve the skills, then you have to develop the suitable module for the for that type of skill. Okay, this is the list of recommendation lah. The list of recommendation that you can use as an example. Okay, for example, if the training or the training organization involve the job knowledge, compliance of safety on board using the learning management system. Okay, or maybe interactive assessment. Okay, and for process and procedure, how to maybe FAQ interaction, screencast. Okay, maksud that mean you record. Okay, dengan menggunakan screencast, rekod penerangan macam apa yang berlaku sekarang ni. Saya menerangkan dan anda merekodkan penerangan saya ke screencast pun boleh menggunakan pendekatan tu e-books. Books that you convert into PDF format or the books you convert into the digital form. Boleh. Product knowledge and training, maybe e-course or video lectures. This is the recommend e-learning solution or e-training solution. Software and system training, maybe screencast, hands-on interaction, and video tutorial. What happened in the pandemic situation, whereby there's some courses in my universities where students need to involve skills. What happened? The lecturer asked them to demo and how to do it, record the video, and then send the video to the lecturers. So the lecturers can see how they do it, and then maybe give a comments, and then they can evaluate it. The process. Usually when it comes to the skill, we are evaluate the process whether they follow the process or not. Because we are also in UPS AUPC, we have the Faculty of Technical and Vocational, or Faculty of Science and Mathematics, which involve the practical skills, and then they have to record it. For example, how to bake a cake. They show, they record the video. The process first, what to do, second step. They want how they use it. That's why if you involve the skills, maybe the videos, video lecture is good example of learning solution. Sales and customer services training, soft skill leadership, maybe video lectures or dialogue simulation, and proof of competency skill achievement certification, maybe interactive assessment. For certification, at the end you should have some sort of assessment to evaluate whether the student tadi ataupun whether the learning objective tadi achieve or not. Tercapai ataupun tidak learning objective, tercapai atau tidak learning part of the example lah. You maybe have a lot of example lah. This is part of it. In module, basically the structure of module, for me, there is a two-part structure. They have two part. Part one is maybe in the first phase will be the welcoming notes, from the module developer, the welcome note from the module developer for maybe the creator or the head of trainer, or maybe the lecturers, welcome note, and then of course they should have course synopsis, course learning outcome, course learning outcome, they mean for the whole module, and then study schedule and how to use the module. Study schedule is, for example, you have the one module, you have 10 units, and then how the schedule suggested schedule, cadangan pembelajaran, macam mana cadangan pembelajaran akan berlaku. Maksudnya ada jadual. Minggu pertama unit 1, minggu kedua unit kedua. Mungkin ada unit tertentu memerlukan 2 minggu. Contohnya unit ketiga 2 minggu. Sebab unit ketiga ni agak komprehensif, agak banyaklah kandungannya lebih banyak. Kemudian student learning time. How long student will take in each module. Usually in Malaysia we have the student learning time where this is the lecture face to face with the lecturers, or synchronous with the lecturers, and then another part is self study and based on study, based on project. They want this for the student learning time, and then assessment method, how to assess. This is the introduction. Part 1 is more on the introduction of whole modules. For example, we discussed just now about the developing e-learning content, e-training content. So that part will be about the how to use the e-learning content, e-learning development, e-learning content development, on how to develop on how to use that module. Focus. And then the part 2 will be focused on the every unit. For example, you have table of content, topics every unit, by say unit, and then learning outcome in every unit, introduction of that unit, section or subsection of that unit, and then learning content, and then maybe activity of self-checks. Okay, especially for the self-learning material, there should be an activity and learning self-check. Sometimes they come up with the online learning, online self-check, okay, online quizzes, okay, you can use it, implement, okay. Maybe they want unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, and then at the end, you have the summary, key terms, references, and answer keys for the activities, okay. This is the basic structure of module, okay? Whether you are doing the PDF format or hard copy modules, or even the online module using learning management system. Okay, this is I show you a few example of this is a book, but the book is converted. It is a hard copy module but converted into the PDF format, so they can share it easy. Compare with they have to print it. I mean, cost a lot of money. Can cost a lot of money because print one book can cost. I don't know in Indonesia, but in Malaysia, quite high, especially using the quality paper. Okay, this is type that I mentioned just now. But the content, maybe the first part is about the cost overview. Okay, cost synopsis, cost learning outcome, course content, and then study schedule, and then the assessment method. Okay, maybe the share you about assessment. Sometimes there are also a guide on how to use the module. Sometimes a guide how to use the module, because for example, in certain module you are using certain icon. Okay, for example, you put question mark, means that a student have to think about it. Okay, for example, you use icon like a paper and pencil. That means you have to answer the question. Okay, and then maybe you use the icon two head of people lah, the icon of like cartoon character talking to each other. That means discussion. Okay, sometimes they have that guide in order for those who want to use the training module. They know what all the icon means, so that easy for them. Okay, and then this is the part one, and then the part 2 is about the units, and okay, course study guide, and then for example, if involve the your lectures dan sebagainya, where you what you should learn and by yourself, and then when you should attend the lectures, and then everything in the study guide. Okay, and then this is example of part 1 about the course. Okay, and then the allocation of time. Okay, this is the allocation of student learning time. Okay, how many hours for this module? The total up about 100 something, 120 if I'm mistaken, 27 student learning time. Okay, and then course overview. This one that I mentioned just now. But this is the unit structure. Okay, for example, unit 1, accounting in business. Okay, introduction accounting. This is one unit, and then every unit they have a sub unit. Okay, introduction accounting, objective of the development, for example. Okay, and this is part of unit 1. Okay, introduction. They have the video of introduction. Okay, this is the link to the video introduction. If you are using the online learning, e-training, using the learning management system or web-based, maybe there is a link. You just click the video, and then the video will play on the spot. Okay, you click, just the video run. Okay, and then here you also have the unit learning outcome, because this is unit. Okay, in every unit they have the unit learning outcome, and then introduction. This is the topics. Okay, the content of the unit. Okay, they start studying about introduction, and then about the next topic, and then so on under that one topic. Okay, that's why that I mentioned just now. You should know how to do the task analysis, so that you will look as you can identify what are the specific topic. Okay, for example, task analysis penting sebab you nak kena tahu what are the unit to cover in order to achieve the goal, and then based on every unit, what are the other skills of the sub skill they should know in order for them to fulfill or to achieve that unit learning outcome. Okay, that's the importance of task analysis in developing in training module. Okay, this is an online training module using learning management system. Okay, you see here, this is the first page of the course introduction, and then they have the learning document, and then what else? Okay, if you can see, not so clear, but never mind lah. Once I share it with you in the Padlet, I will try to find the more clearer picture for you, so that you easy for you to see lah. This is not so clear, but I'll try to capture once again. This is based on my previous slide on development the self-instructional material. Okay, never mind, I will find the clear one for you. And then if you can see here, this is for the learning material in the Word format or PDF format. And then they have the logo, right? The YouTube logo. That means there's a link to the video, and then the link symbol here is about web link to the another website. Okay, contohnya kalau sini menggunakan bahan modul yang dibuat dalam bentuk PDF tadi dan di-share kepada trainee. Yang kedua ni YouTube, laman YouTube yang ada. Contohnya ada laman YouTube yang berkaitan dengan topik ni, Digital Commerce Foundation. Jadi dia perlu letakkan link tersebut ataupun YouTube video yang telah dibina. Okay, you develop your own training video, so you can link the video here. Okay, and also this another trainee ialah link kepada website. For example, you have another, for example, let's say something to do with regulation. Okay, this is the Digital Commerce Foundation. Maybe something to do with digital content regulation. I don't know, maybe. And then you will link to the agencies involved. For example, you have one agency. For example, in Malaysia we have MCMC, Multimedia Ministry of Multimedia and Multimedia Corporation. Okay, involved in enforce the law on multimedia. So there will be a link to the MCMC, and then maybe something to do with maybe a video tutorial. You already have the website on the tutorial and how to develop, or maybe tutorial on the expertise. Okay, expertise talk about how to develop the video. Maybe this is the link. Okay. Okay, this is content inside the module. For example, you have the Unit 1 and Unit 2. Same goes, they have the assignment here, and then project. Okay, link to the project. Okay, this is what they have in one unit in the module. Okay, this is unit. Okay, based on the main module on the e-commerce, they have Unit 1 introduction to e-commerce and digital marketing. And then they have the overview of the unit and also the proposed. Besides that, also they have the learning outcome for this unit. Okay, this is the structure that same like the one that I showed just now about the PDF format or in the hard copy format. We are still using the same structure, but that one in the hard copy format or the PDF format, but this one in the learning management format, whereas more interactive compared with the books lah. You just click, and then they bring you to the YouTube. They bring it to quizzes and dan sebagainya lah. Jadi tadilah. Okay, then step 4, feedback and revision. Okay, don't forget, when you already develop the modules, the e-training modules, make sure that you send it to the subject matter expert and stakeholders for them to give feedback and approval, because once you have done a great job, but you don't know whether really fulfill the needs of the stakeholder, really whether the subject matter expert found that is very useful, or maybe some of the fact, okay, maybe some of the fakta yang ada ataupun maklumat yang ada di dalam tu kurang tepat. Jadi anda memerlukan subject matter expert SME untuk melihatnya. Okay, stakeholder pula, okay, contohnya kepada industri tadi. Okey, majikan tadi dia akan tengok sesuai tak untuk pekerja dia. Contohnya dia memerlukan belajar menggunakan mesin, ada tak kandungannya ada tu memang benar-benar membantu pekerjanya untuk mengendalikan mesin. Okey, jadi kat situ dia akan nampak dia akan semak baliklah. Jadi oleh itu yang penting untuk kita bagi kepada subject matter effort untuk payback. Okey. Same goes to the research. Let's say you want to develop the module kan. Kalau if you using the ID model, okay, instructional design model, same at the end of the analysis process, you have to send it to the expert, okay, expert to evaluate. Sama juga the process lah, okay, expert sebab they will, okay. Sometimes happen where when you send it to the subject matter expert, they will comment, okay. Sometimes they will comment a lot. Stakeholder pun komen banyak, macam-macam dia akan komen nanti. Tak apa, itu dijadikan satu panduan untuk penambahbaikan. Okay. Once you get the comment, you try to improve it, and then the next step is to do the pilot test, okay, to the real audience. Okay, you should do the pilot test lah to make sure that the participant to the real audience, maybe the you find the sample lah, the sample of audience. For example, kalau the training is for the whole Indonesia, I don't know, okay, maybe the whole Yogyakarta, okay, maybe you find apa ni the real audience that you would like to test, also the same one that you the same that want to use your e-training modules lah, orang yang sama, homogeneous yang sama, jangan ambil orang lain kan. Contohnya kalau kata modul ni dibina untuk pelajar-pelajar ataupun mahasiswa di universiti, okay, jadi untuk pilot test pun gunalah mahasiswa universiti. Kalau anda kata mahasiswa tahun pertama, so gunakan mahasiswa utama. Contohnya kalau e-training yang anda buat ni ialah berkaitan dengan e-orientation. Okay. For example, you come up with e-orientation, whereby that the orientation is for new students. Okay, for the student, because of the pandemic, the student cannot come to the campus, and then you would like to do the e-training on e-orientation lah. Orientation, basically e-training, but for orientation. Okay, so we will come up with the modules where the new student have to go through the e-orientation module in order for them to know everything lah about the university, how to use the library, how to register, where to pay the fees, how to pay the fees online, fees yuran, membayar yuran pengajian secara dalam talian, and then the orientation, they should know their faculties, okay, who are their deans, their deputy deans, their lecturers, okay, for example the education technology lecturers, okay, siapa dia, okay, dia mesti kenal, antaranya ialah Ibu Yanti, Pak Teguh dan sebagainya, mesti itu ada antara yang akan ada di dalam e-orientationnya. So for this new student, they have to follow the e-training module for e-orientation. Okay, so come up with the e-learning introduction for e-orientation. So they just go through the e-orientation. At the end of the day, maybe you give there must be some sort of evaluation assessment, mesti ada. Okay, contohnya ada setiap unit. Contohnya for e-module or e-orientation, you ada a few units. Unit 1 maybe about the library, okay, and then unit 2 about the registration and payment, fees dan sebagainya, and then module 3 on about the faculties and then department, okay. Mungkin you have a 3 or 4 unit in one modules, one e-orientation modules, okay. So the student have to go through the process, and then at the end maybe every unit they have to take a simple test in order for them to know. We want to know the feedback lah, whether they really read, whether they really go through the module, ataupun dia hanya sekadar melihat saja tapi tidak mendalaminya. Sebab apa yang berlaku nanti akan ada masalah kepada dia. Dia tak tahu macam mana nak meminjam buku di library, dia tak tahu macam mana nak membayar yuran ataupun mendaftar registration, academic registration, how to register courses dan sebagainya, tak tahu. So they have to follow the how we detect that they follow the every module. They have to take the test at the end of every unit. Okay, by the end of the every unit, so they say we have 4 units, so they have take the 4 quizzes every minute. So we at least the university have the data on how many students gone through the e-orientation and how many of them have passed the orientation, okay, how many have taken the test and passed the orientation, and how many of them not yet go through all the units, okay, kat situ dia boleh tahu lah. Jadi hanya senang untuk memudahkan, okay, because of the pandemic this time. Tapi even in Malaysia certain institut pengajian tinggi, higher education institution, they are offering the ODL, open distance learning, and then same goes to their new student, they are using the e-orientation instead of face-to-face orientation, menggunakan sama juga. So they must have the orientation module, okay, for that, okay. So benda tu sama aja, sama macam mana how you develop the e-training module. Okay, and then saya akan pergi seberingkas sedikitlah tentang self-instructional module lah. Okay, self-instructional module, sebab in Malaysia now we are quite actively develop instructional module. Because why? Because save a lot of money actually, and then less involved the face-to-face or synchronous lectures. Okay, because the student can go through the module by themselves. At the end of the semester, just taking an exam. Okay, so they are using self-learning module, self-learning module. Okay, maybe in certain university, they have the monthly lectures or monthly, or they appoint as a instructor. Oh no, we call it tutorial. Tutorial, whereby every month there will be a tutorial synchronously using online platform, where they can discuss with your tutor on their performance, and then what they have learned, what they didn't understand, and then they can ask their tutor. Okay, majority of the higher institution implement it because they can save a lot of money lah, instead of paying the lectures. But then still you still need lecturers, but except the self-instructional module help a lot, especially on they can learn by themselves easier compare with reading books, because the modules we develop is mainly for that courses, okay, for specific course, but the books are quite general, cover everything, and maybe not all part of the book that we need for that program. Okay, a bit about self-instructional module. Maybe my next lecture nanti I'll also will discuss about this more. Okay, what is a self-instructional module? Is a self-contained and self-sufficient unit of instructional for the learner to achieve a set of objectives. Okay, they mean the self-contained. The module have everything. Okay, inside. They mean the learner can achieve the set of modules by using that instructional module. Okay, SIM, we call it SIM. And then learner is free to choose what they learn, how to learn, and when to learn, and where to learn. Okay, they have to choose, but to make sure that they learn, and then by the end of the lesson, or by the end of the semester or in the middle, so we have the exam. Okay, we have exam, we have the quizzes for them to answer in order for us, for the lectures, or for the content developer or training developer or learning provider know what they have learned, and whether the learning objective is achieved or not. Okay, we can use that type of name. Okay, because the SIM is self-learner. How to learn depends on them. How to know where, why, not why, where, when, and how they want to learn it. Okay, but when we talk about training, learning, there must be an assessment and evaluation. Okay. Okay, a good SIM must provide the content to be learned. Okay, what are the content to be learned, and then structure the content into the bit size of portion. This is what happened right now. Nowadays, people are talking about a bit size content. Okay, even though we have a lot of things to learn, but then they try to split it into the small content. Banyak maklumat yang perlu dipelajari, tapi dikecil-kecilkan supaya mudah untuk dipelajari. Okay, we call it bit size content ke, we call it micro learning ke. Everything is to do with small portion of content. Okay, instead of we read a lot of things and we forget everything, but we learn a small content, a small bite of a small size of content, and then we can absorb more instead of macam tadi baca terlampau banyak, satu pun akhirnya lupa semua ataupun tidak ingat. Tapi sebaliknya kita baca sedikit demi sedikit, tetapi akhirnya kita lebih memahami. Okay, that's what happen now under microlearning, under MOOC, massive open online courses, and also ODL, open distance learning. We have most of the content they're using this type of content lah, bite size content, easy to absorb lah. Okay, provide activity to help student learn the content and apply it. Provide feedback to learner, okay, and then motivate student, enable student to evaluate the progress. Okay, at the end there must be a quizzes ke, there must be a test ke, or self test, sometimes self check. Okay, they just answer it, they the one who know, they don't know their progress, whether they check it by self, whether they answer it correctly, how many correct, and what they should do in order to make sure they can improve. Okay, they can evaluate themselves. Ini pun akan ada dalam self instructional material. Okay, and then the good characteristic of SIM, learner friendly, of course. Okay, written in friendly or conversational writing style. Okay, instead of using formal style, they are using the conversational style. For example, okay, today we will learn on how to build a aeroplane, for example. Okay, they want the more formal writing style, but most of the time in this self-instructional module, because it cover different type of people sometimes, okay, different age, okay, so they are using the conventional instead of using for this lesson we will learn how to develop the different type of aeroplane. Okay, that one, the too formal. They are using conventional conversational writing style. By, for example, okay, we will start thinking of how to develop. We start thinking. Okay, we try to explore. We try to explore and how to develop. Okay, everybody know airplane, but you know how to develop it. Okay, that's mean that's the type of conversation style of writing. Okay, dia gunakan bahasa mudah. Contohnya kalau sebelum ni kalau dia guna bahasa buku, dalam topik ini kita akan mempelajari jenis-jenis planet. Okay, itu kalau dalam bahasa Melayu lah kan, jenis-jenis planet yang ada di sekitar galaksi. Okay, itu kalau bahasa formal. Kalau dia akan guna bahasa informal, for example, okay, mari kita mengembara ke planet-planet untuk mengetahui jenis-jenis. Mari kita mengembara ke galaksi untuk mengenal planet-planet yang ada di situ. Itu dimasukkan dengan bahasa perbualan, konvensional bahasa. Tapi bukan bahasa-bahasa yang rojak. Kalau di Malaysia kita panggil bahasa rojak lah, bahasa-bahasa yang bukan bahasa formal. Dia tak formal, tetapi dia bukan bahasa yang sesuai untuk penulisan. Okay, use simple language. Biasanya use simple language. Lot of example, because this is self-instructional material, there must be a lot of example. Otherwise, the student cannot understand. Kalau lectures different, contohnya kalau Pak Teguh bagi lectures, Bu Yanti bagi lectures, tak apa, dia akan cakap, dia akan bagi, they give the example, lot of examples. Okay, tapi but they can give example, you can ask her, okay, ask him, and then he will answer it. But if there's self-instructional module, this body cannot answer the question. So what we have to do, we have to give more example, okay, from different perspective. Okay, for example, we have example from one perspective, second perspective, third perspective. So then, okay, in this perspective, this is example. Kalau in this type of perspective, for example, if this involve the socio-economy, okay, SAS, okay, for apa ni, untuk orang kaya ini contohnya, kalau untuk orang sederhana ini, kalau untuk orang yang miskin ini contohnya. Kalau contohnya penempatan, allocation. Ini contoh sesuai untuk penduduk yang tinggal di bandar, ini contoh yang tinggal di pinggir bandar, ini untuk penduduk yang remote area. Okay, ini contoh untuk remote area. So we have a lot of example lah. Okay, many learning activities. I should have a lot of learning activities, assessment, okay, part of it, and then provide the feedback. Of course, kalau boleh, kalau if you are using the online learning using web-based or apps, make sure you have the feedback. Okay, they answer the question, they get the feedback easier. Instead of they get the answer, it is answer the question, they don't know the feedback. Sebab maybe they don't know the right answer lah. If they every time they answer it wrongly, and then they don't know the right answer, could give feedback. Okay, for example that I show you just now, the module PDF tu, dia ada jawapannya di belakang. Okay, the answer at the back. Okay, so that if they answer wrongly, okay, they check it, okay, they know the right answer. Okay, less text than what the textbook. Okay, teks kurang, mungkin banyakkan grafik, grafik, rajah dan sebagainya. Mungkin various or print out digital mix mode dan sebagainya. Semua yang banyak menggunakan grafik dan mengurangkan teks, less text but more on grafik, diagram dan sebagainya, memudahkan, easy for them to understand compare with reading, because not everybody like to read. Okay, baby boomer like me, maybe we are used to read. Okay, but like you, young teenagers now, maybe I don't think that you like to read. Maybe you prefer to read the book with a lot of graphic, lot of pictures, kan, lot of sample, colorful, instead of buku-buku yang tiada tiada gambar, tiada rajah yang ni sebagainya, kurang menarik lah. Okay. Okay, that's all from me. I think only 27 of you today. Okay, maybe only one class left. Last time we have 60 something, 50 something. Okay, now 27. Okay, tolak saya dan Pak Teguh dan Ibu Yanti, tinggal 24 orang. Okay, okay, itu kalau ada soalan. Kuliahnya agak panjang, tak ada aktiviti sangat.
Silakan yang mau bertanya.
Kalau ada yang mau bertanya, silakan.
Nggak ada?
Nggak ada.
Atau Bu Yanti mau menambahkan mungkin sebelum kita akhiri? Sepertinya juga lagi off kamera. Ya, terima kasih Prof ya atas materinya. Jadi sangat menarik sekali ya terkait bagaimana saudara dan teman-teman semua mengembangkan e-modul ya yang bisa dikembangkan untuk pembelajaran, baik itu nantinya dipakai ketika offline maupun yang online seperti itu. Baik, karena memang waktu sudah sore ya di sana, mungkin Prof. Mahizer ada tambahan atau kata penutup?
Saya nanti yang bahan ini nanti saya akan, tadi ada beberapa gambar yang kurang jelas, jadi mungkin saya akan dapatkan yang lebih jelas, masukkan, dan saya akan share dekat Padlet. Jadi saya harap semua masih ada lagi link Padlet saya tu, jadi semuanya maklumat akan berada di situ lah. Okey, semua akan berada di situ.
Iya. Terima kasih Prof.
Oke, sama-sama.
Waktunya.
Oke.
Baik, karena nggak ada yang ditanyakan, ya silakan nanti saudara resume ya seperti biasa, dan juga nanti akan jadi evaluasi buat saya dan juga Prof. Mahizer terkait bagaimana saudara nanti mengembangkan modul. Karena tidak ada pertanyaan, kita akhiri dulu untuk hari ini. Terima kasih Prof atas waktu dan materi yang sangat luar biasa ini. Semoga tidak bosan ya untuk mengisi materi yang lainnya. Oke, terima kasih Pak Teguh dan juga terima kasih. Terima kasih, kita akhiri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sore semua.
Oke, Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Bapak.
Ya, terima kasih, bye-bye semua.
Terima kasih.
Ya, sama-sama.
Ya, saya tutup ya.
Ya, silakan.